Hey guys, welcome back to yet another upcycling DIY project. For today's project, I'll be showing you guys how I recycled a plastic wash basin. I got a request from one of my subscribers. She requested I do a small or a simple tutorial of how one can recycle a plastic wash basin. So I had to get the similar basin as that of hers so that I could do a simple tutorial of how one can recycle it. For the first step, I had to get rid of the upper part of the basin which was supporting the basin. So it had some stuff on the lower part which was supporting it, so I had to get rid of it using my X-Acto knife. So I had to cut those parts one at a time so as to make it easier to cut off the upper parts. To those who are watching this channel for the first time, my name is Roxy Nimis. I normally do simple home decor DIYs whereby it concerns most of upcycling projects. If you're interested in seeing more of my videos, please subscribe and also click on the notification bell so as to get notified whenever I post a new DIY video. I then proceeded to cutting off the upper part using the X-Acto knife. I just had to create a way in which to make it easier for the knife to go through. I didn't need the upper part of the basin, that's why I had to get rid of it. And this part normally makes the basin more sturdy. That's why you could see there are a lot of support beneath this upper part of the plastic basin. And to my returning subscribers, I would love to say thank you so much guys for the love and support. Continue supporting Roxy Nimis via watching my videos and also sharing them with your friends and family. If you're a returning subscriber and you haven't subscribed, please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. On to the next step was adding the base of the coffee table. I had these two MDF boards at home. They were from a previous project, so I had to use these three pieces to make the base of the coffee table. I used liquid nail to stick down the MDF boards beneath the plastic basin. If you're interested in such liquid nail, I'll put the contact in the description box of where you can get such. I had to add some hot glue so as to make sure the boards are held well together as the liquid nail cures. I did the same thing onto the other boards. I went ahead, added the liquid nail and also added some hot glue so as to make sure it holds the boards in place as the liquid nail cures, because it takes time to cure compared to the hot glue. Onto the third step was painting the plastic wash basin. So I had to use a white paint on this part, then I used my spray gun to spray the paint all around. I had to use several coats on this part so as to cover the previous color of the plastic basin. You can use any color that you'd love for these parts. Once I was done, this is how the plastic wash basin turned out. And after I overturned it, you can see I also painted on the inner side. So I proceeded to the next part, which was adding the gold trim onto the base part of the coffee table. That's why I had to use 3 layers of the MDF board so as to give me the thickness, the same thickness as that of the gold trim. At first, I had to support the gold trim using hot glue onto the MDF board. Then I had to overturn it to proceed to the next part. To cover the uneven part that I had cut earlier on the top part of the plastic basin, I had to cover it using a self-adhesive gold trim. It's different from the one that I had used earlier on the bottom part of the plastic wash basin. So I had to stick it all round on the top part, and to make sure it holds perfectly on for a longer time, I had to add some hot glue to support the self-adhesive gold trim all around the coffee table. I then had to cut off the excess gold trim using a pair of scissors, then added some hot glue so as to make sure the ends meet or hold on to each other perfectly. I did the same on the inner part of the plastic wash basin. I used the adhesive gold trim to cover the uneven cut part on the inside part of this coffee table. I had to secure the gold trim using some hot glue because the adhesive glue which comes with the gold trim is not stronger. So I had to add some hot glue so as to make sure it's lasts there for a longer time onto the plastic basin. After gluing down the gold trim on the outer part and the inner part of the plastic wash basin, this is how it turned out. I really love how it was turning out. To support the gold trim on the lower part of the coffee table, I had to add some gold screws so as to make sure the gold trim is held in perfectly, because I don't trust the hot glue on surfaces like wood and the metallic part, because the gold trim on the lower part was metallic. For the top part of our coffee table, I had to use a round MDF board which measures 500 millimeters diameter, and I had to paint it matte black. To fix it, I had to find a way in which I would fix it on the inner part. It was a bit tricky to fix it, so to get the measurement that I needed for the top part of the coffee table, I just had to take the diameter of the plastic wash basin so as to guide me on to the size that I'll need for the top part of the coffee table. I finally got the easier way to put the wooden or the MDF board onto the inner part of the plastic wash basin, so I just had to tilt on the side and to try to flush the wooden part on the inner part of the coffee table. And after a few trials, finally a round wooden part got inside the coffee table. So this is the design that I needed for the coffee table. I wanted the wooden part to get inside the wash basin so as to give me the design that I needed for this coffee table. Once it had fitted in perfectly, I went ahead and pressed it so that it would fit into the plastic wash basin as I had planned earlier. And on to the final part, I went ahead to get rid of the protective film which was protecting the gold trim. I removed for the upper part and also for the lower part of the coffee table. And finally, guys, this is the end look of our beautiful coffee table. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this simple tutorial that I've just shown you guys of how you can recycle a plastic wash basin into a beautiful decor piece at home. I just love how it turned out. It's small in size, so it's suitable for small spaces, and if you have a big space, you can use it as a side table. One thing I loved about this project, it's easy and also it's budget friendly. You can try this out so that you can get maybe a small coffee table for those who want to get a small coffee table for their spaces, and also it's an easier way of whereby you just recycle the plastic instead of throwing them away. Kindly guys, if you really love this video, don't forget to give me a fat thumbs up, and also subscribe for those who haven't subscribed onto my YouTube channels. Don't forget to watch more of my videos at the end screen. Bye bye, see you next time for a new DIY.